Lowry's got 5 points so far. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
George dishes to Miles.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
DeRozan with it. 17 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Ellis.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Launches it, and it's Miles with the rebound. Miles has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. George double teamed, kicks to Miles. Indiana moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Scola with the rebound. Raptors trailed by 3. Patterson inside. He's got 5, and he converts the layup. Patterson's got 7 points.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Lavoy Allen comes in for C.J. Miles. Chase Budinger, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. And then for Toronto, Nogueira, he's checked in for Scola. Johnson comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Joseph in for DeMar DeRozan.
Terrence Ross.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Yambo, he's checked in for Nogueira. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. Ross, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's DeRozan in for Joseph. It's Allen on the wing. Budinger. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
Here's Stuckey, all alone.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Right side Hill. The kick out to Hill. He dishes it to Stuckey. And that one's good. Stuckey's got 9 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here is Lowry. 8 points for him. From deep three-point range, Hill pulls it in. Stuckey for three. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
And when he's got that.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Pacers out in front. They lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. They've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with Budinger. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
And Indiana making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in. And here's Miles outside. And the shot is good.
CJ!
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
To the middle. Stolen by Joseph. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. The Pacers pull it in. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And George with this stuff.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And it's blocked. And here we go. He lobs it up. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Some changes for Toronto. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Nogueira. Terrence Ross comes in for James Johnson. And it's Lowry in for Joseph. Scola passes to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
George, that's a two-pointer. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. George has got the lead up to 5 now for the Pacers. Back to DeRozan. Ross in the corner. Takes a 3. Shot's good.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Timeout called the Pacers. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's George after the Raptors pick up 2. That's good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Ross. Mahinmi kicks to George.
2 minutes.
Feeds it to Hill. And he overshot that one, missing. Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Ross, that's good. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the lead.
Now here's Scola. And here is Joseph. Scola kicks to Lowry. And it's Lowry again missing.
Well, he's building the house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Biyombo with the block. Over to the wing. Joseph, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 1. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Now here's Joseph. George Hill missing his last shot. Outside Scola. Yes!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
And it's Ellis penetrating. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Joseph. And so Monte Ellis nails both of them. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Ellis against Lowry. Ross in the corner. The baseline J. No good off the front iron. Here's George. Second shot opportunity. It falls! Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
They can grab the win here if they knock down the shot. With under 2 seconds remaining, that's enough time to catch maybe one dribble and then get it up in the air. It's obviously a make-or-break situation.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And taken away by Johnson. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.